your visual.
All right. Good morning. How are you, Dheeraj?
Very good morning. I'm doing great. What about you, ma'am?
I'm doing fantastic too. Thanks for asking. Say something about yourself. How is your day going and what do you do? Some information if you would like to share because I have no idea about you.
Yes, sure. This is Dheeraj Singh. I'm residing in Mumbai as well as my a professional advocate in Mumbai.
Mhm.
And if you talk about myself, then my vision is that spread the awareness to people who are so afraid about English communication. They have some kinds of misconception that English is bigger task we can't do. But
Mm.
how I learn very easily, people can learn very easily, and this is my only vision. And according that, I'm connecting to people, talking with them. I'm
Mhm.
also I want to influence my communication. I want to kill my fear, because face to face you are communicating with the people, and
Yes.
that time your mind somewhere is tumbling. You feel
Yes.
too much afraid. The reason is
Yes.
that you are not face this type of environment. Then if you are
Yes.
want to familiar with the environment, then talk more and more some stranger people. Then you will get fluency. Then you will do practice. How can communicate with the people? Those are no very stranger to us.
Mhm. That is great. Thanks for your introduction. And I must compliment you because you are doing really very good job and you seems very enthusiastic learner. Because even though you know, okay, I am learning English and you took this step, okay, I have to come out of my comfort zone and you are doing this and you are an inspiration for other people because you said that I want to help other people through my YouTube channel. Yes, so this is very good when people they see you, okay, this person is able to speak and he took this courage to just come in front of us and show us you are the live example for them. If this person can do, this person is between us, so we can do as well. So this is a very good things and you took really very nice steps. So congratulations on that. Let me introduce myself. Do you have any idea about me or?
I don't know about you. Please tell yourself.
Okay, I got your email. I thought you know about me. How did you get my reference then?
Okay, because I am not brief awareness about what is your background or what is your educational background and what you are doing as a YouTuber. I know you are YouTuber, but I don't know more about you.
Okay, so let me introduce myself. Then further we can dive into our conversation. So as you already know, my name is Hema. I was born and raised in India, Delhi. Basically, I am from Uttarakhand, but after getting married, I came to Australia. Therefore, I've been living in Australia for the last 16 years. My qualifications include a post-graduation degree in Hindi honors, which I had done in India from Delhi University. I am also holding a bachelor degree in education, which I had done in Australia. Therefore, I have been working in Australia therefore, I've been working as a teacher in Australia for the last 10 years. And yeah, besides, I have a channel on YouTube which is called The Art of Speaking English. And through that, I like to help learners, talk with them, interact with them, share my knowledge, listen to their ideas. So I am very blessed in that way. So that's all about me.
Okay, nice to hear you. Really, your smiling is very beautiful. You are all sentences you are talking about all time. You are smiling. This is a very good positiveness. People who want to be positive, who want to be smilist. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your feedback. I really appreciate that. But yes, whenever you feel like I'm not doing great, you can just tell me, you can give me your feedback. That is very welcome. Okay, so now
I
you
have
said that, sorry, yes.
I have a curiosity. As you told that you are residing in Australia, then how you get idea? Let's start a YouTube channel and teach the people according English communication.
So what happened because I had done my post graduation in Hindi honors, so I faced lots of challenges, lots of problems regarding learning this language. And while I was learning this language, I used some strategies and techniques because I am a teacher here. I have done my bachelor of education here, so I know some of the tricks and techniques and strategies which I can use to help other people to learn this language. And I thought because now my children they have grown up and it was my childhood dream that somehow I will do something for my society, for the people, because we are social people. It's not like we have to take from society. We need to give something. I told, okay, I have this knowledge, I have to share this knowledge. But when I was having conversation with other YouTubers before having my channel, I didn't let them know that I am from Australia because I wanted to have a normal conversation. When they know, okay, you are from Australia, they just change their tone of voice and the way they speak. But I had to disclose because one of the YouTubers, she asked me, okay, where are you now? Like I told her that I am from Delhi. But how come you finish your school? What is the time? Then I said, okay, this is how come this is the time is different. So yes, I am in Australia.
Okay, great, really. And then, as you are meeting with the many YouTubers and you, as well as a learner, then what is your experience? Why people making some kinds of misconception and they think that English is very tough task? We can't learn as people are speaking very simply. Then, what is your observation talking with the people?
Because they have fear of speaking wrong and fear of being judged. That's why they doesn't want to take that courage to speak this language. Because if we want to learn something, we need to make sure we need to take our first step. So they feel scared. Okay, if I speak English in front of other people, they're gonna mock me, they're gonna make fun of me. So because of this fear, they are not taking their first step. Even though they are willing to learn this language, still they are feeling no, they feel agitated. Okay, no, I have to really learn by myself and in a room, and I will just whenever I feel like I am ready, then only I speak it in front of other people. But this is a misconcept because you have to just speak out with other people. You need to have a real conversation. If you don't have real conversation with other people, if you are just learning through books, bookish knowledge will not work in this, because this is a language, this is not a mathematic or science or something else. Because they still thinking, okay, this is a subject, this is not a subject, this is a language. And when we learn some new things, we make lots of mistakes, so they need to embrace the mistake. If they feel like, okay, from the first day I will be able to speak English perfectly, this is a misconception, as I told you before. So they need to take their first step, they need to out of their comfort zone, and they need to think, okay, if I make mistakes, this is a learning process, and after due course of time my mistake will be minimized and I will be able to speak well. So this is the main reason. And moreover, they don't have environment, they don't have anyone to guide them, because they have lack of guidance. Yes. So
Yes.
when they watch, video through YouTube, that way they just learn, okay, this person can speak English, how can I can speak as well, I can speak too. So that's where they are just trying to learn this language through YouTube channel. And there are some other people as well, they are not willing to show their face, because they think, okay, if I come in front of camera, people, they will get to know I am making lots of mistakes, I have you know lots of knowledge, I am very educated and I am grown up. And if I will make mistake, definitely people, they're gonna laugh at me, my friends, they will watch this video. But they need to tell everyone, okay, this is the language, I am good at other things, yes, I have learned other things, I can learn this language too. But because this is not my native language, definitely I will make mistakes. But after due course of time, after over time, I will definitely get better. So they need to have this courage. So yeah, this is the things, because of lack of practice, lack of awareness, lack of guidance and environment, and fear of being judged, they are not able to speak English well, not well, they are not starting to actually take their first step.
Very true. Really, this is a way people can understand what is the English and how can we start the learning
Yes.
who are beginner.
Yes. Otherwise, this language is very easy. It is very profound. I can understand. There are lots of things to learn. Even our mother tongue is also very profound, because we don't know really each and every words of our language, mother tongue language. But still, we want to just make sure, okay, when I speak English, I have to speak very correctly. So it's not possible. Yeah.
Very great. Then, which method you are suggesting to the people who are beginner? Which method they should adopt for influence the English communication? Because they always surrounding of the fear, doubts, and misconceptions. They are first want to perfection. After that, they want to speak. So, what is your advice for the beginner?
So first of all, if they want to learn something, not even English, they need to have lots of motivation. They need to be self motivated. okay, I have to this learning this language somehow, and does not matter if I my schedule is very busy, I have to take time out of my busy schedule. Doesn't matter if I will make mistake, I will make mistake, and I will let the other people know I'm learning this language, and if you are very good at this language, please help me, otherwise you pardon my mistake. So they need to have this kind of mentality, they need to change their mindset. Okay, from now on I will learn this language. They need to make a plan, and first of all they need to develop their listening habit, because a child starts learning any language through listening. Yeah, so we have to use the same method. So we need to make sure we listen a lot, but when we need to listen a lot, they need to use the right technique. They need to make sure they listen to attentively, and they need to listen to a lecture or podcast or conversation multiple times. Because if they just try to just listen to a lecture only a one time, because they are at beginner level, so they won't be able to understand. But when they start listening to one lecture a couple of times, that way they will find, okay, now actually first time I wasn't able to grab the message, second time I'm understanding a bit better, and after that they will be able to understand little bit better. And they need to make sure if they are listening, if they like the sentence, any sentences which is relevant to their daily life, which they feel, okay, this sentence actually I can use in my language, so they need to write down couple of sentences, and they need to make sure they practice, they speak out loud, and they need to speak with someone else. Yes, like if they are learning something, okay, you didn't call me, so they, okay, this is a good sentence, I heard this, I write this, you didn't call me. And when they call to their friend, they say, oh, you didn't call me, I was waiting for your call. So some small sentences, they need to make sure they start using that. So once they start using small sentences, even they have to memorize, that way they will practice, to speak this language. Their mouth muscles will be ready to speak this language, their mind will be ready to speak this language. And once they feel like, okay, couple of sentences I am able to use it, then they gradually develop, because that way they will develop their confidence, their confidence will raise. Yes, actually I am actually able to speak small phrases, small words, so they need to use that. Yes, small sentences like phrases they can use normally. And they need to start how they can introduce themselves. If they feel scared in front of other people to introduce themselves, they need to make sure they practice in front of mirror. They can use mirror technique, and also they can record themselves. That way they will find, okay, yes, actually when they record first recording, they maybe find, no, I'm not really good at that. But after a few times they need to make sure, they need not to give up, they need to just record over and over again until they feel confident. Yes, now I am able to introduce myself in front of other people. So they need lots of practice, they need to start from small steps. Yeah, so first of all I need to make sure that I will use couple of sentences, phrases I write down and I memorize, and then I start using that. And also that they need to make sure, okay, I need to introduce myself, I need to practice. Yeah, they can memorize that, and they can speak. And also they need to make sure they are able to tell about their daily routine. So small steps they need to take it. So they need to make sure they listen attentively, and also when they feel confident, they need to make sure they write some sentences and speak out loud a couple of times. Because as I said before, that your mouth muscles will be ready to speak in English, because this is totally different language. That's why people, they find it very hard to pronounce some of the words. These words are very tricky for some of the people. So when we just say one sentences over and over again, that way we will be able to pronounce those words, because this is a different language, a different accent, and we don't know how to say that one. Because in Hindi we emphasize a whole word, but in English it is not like that. We don't stress each and every syllabus. So we need to work out for that. And if they want to really practice speaking in English, they can just use some children rhymes, songs, couple of songs. And when they speak that one, they will just able to practice. They give their mouth exercise how to speak in English, and also their brain will be ready, and they will get to know some small words which they can use in daily life. So yes, that's what I would like to say.
Very perfect message for beginner who want to improve the communication skill, because as we know the communication like a Hindi. If you want
Mm,
talking about any language, then you have to learn to
mhm,
like a Hindi or your local language.
mhm,
But
mm,
if you really want to learn any language, then you have to be a child. Because
definitely.
if you want, you think that now I'm getting age more
Mhm,
and more, and that time your mind is making trap, like a fear,
yeah,
misconception of the criticism. People will laugh on you if you are not speaking well,
yeah,
and this was the your sign of the negative part. your mind is always
Yeah.
indicating you negativity, because our
Yes.
ancestors nurtures like this mahal, this
Yes.
situation. But
Yeah.
if you want to overcome,
Ambience. Yes.
they understood. And
Yes.
improvement the English communication not be very big task, any can
Yes.
learn, but
Yes.
understood the reason, your method, your process, how can learn, how can you start the process. This is a big
Yes.
challenging thought, challenging task
Yes.
also.
Yes. As
Okay,
you
Hema,
said,
really this is a very nice conversation. You want to ask something?
no, I said, you said rightly that if we have ambience, if we have our friends group, we have a right association, that way we can learn this language. They need to make sure they immerse themselves in English environment. If they don't have English environment, they can make their an artificial English environment where they can listen to English podcast. Does not matter. They are not able to understand. They still need to just listen and listen over and over again. And they need to make sure, okay, they watch couple of reels or movies just for 5 minutes. If they are habit to watch some kind of reel, they need to switch to the English language, and then they can just make their own artificial environment. They need to make sure whatever they can see, they need to think in English. Okay, I have a laptop in front of me. I am going to cook. I am going to teach. I am going to go to my work. Some sentences they need to, whatever they have in their mind, they need to start thinking in English. That way their brain will be very active. And you said rightly that our mind is very agitated. It bewilders us lots of time, so we need to make sure that we need to shut our mind. We need to engage our mind in positive way. When our mind will be engaged in positive way, that way our mind will be able to work along with us. Otherwise our mind will say, no, 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 you can't do this. This is not your job. This is very hard. This is a rocket science for you. But if when we tell our minds, no, 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 actually you need to learn this language and you can learn this language, and it's a fun. When your mind will be satisfied, yes, something is fun is happening, because they can watch TV, listen to songs, write something. If they are not able to read, they can listen the stories. Yes, so that way they can learn. So thank you so much for your time. It was very
Right.
amazing
And I want to
conversation.
mention here something. I want to mention here your what you told that, the in our body, the one organ is very complex. The complex organ is our brain. Our
That
brain
is
never
true.
want to do some effort. Our brain
Yeah.
want to comfort zone. Then how can I
Yes.
understand the complexity of the brain? This is a big
Yes.
challenging task in our
It is.
learner who want to
So we
learn.
need to make sure we, that is true. We need to make sure we treat our mind. Yeah. We need to play with our mind, and we need to tell our mind, okay, mind, look, you are learning this English and you are very good at this. And look, if you speak this sentence, your friends, they're gonna praise you. Yes. And that way, and you also say your mind, you're not learning English, you're watching English movie. And look, Bollywood movie is very good. You are listening English songs, mind. So that way your mind will be satisfied. Yeah, your mind will say, yeah, 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 you are having some entertainment. So that's really good. Okay, Divas, thank you so much for your time. I really enjoy this conversation, and you just asked lots of relevant questions which will help the learner to,
Right.
extend their skills and just
Thank you,
brainstorm their
thank you.
ideas.
Giving this
Okay.
your previous time for me, and really I
Yeah.
feel very good, and so glad to talk with you, because I know the what is your our vision to spread the awareness to the people who want to learn, who want to kill our fear about the English communication, because the English is only language any can learn. This is the only message for beginner who want to learn. People who are watching this video, I'm requesting to them, please go in the depth, found out the reason, what is the reason why you are not learning, what is the reason why you are not no taking step, why you are bothered
Yes.
about taking step. If you are
Yes.
wasting time 3 hour 4 hour on camera
Yes.
or reel, you are scrolling the mobile, why not you are make a surround, why you are not make a
Yes.
environment in the English communication. You have to watch the video, you have to watch the some
Mm.
clips also in English, then you will get
Yes.
awareness. It will take time, it
Yes.
will feel very monotonous, hard and
Yes.
dull for few days, but after that you
Yes.
feel familiar with that situation, and you will understood what is the actual method,
Yes.
and you will easily learn.
That is true message you have given, Dheeraj. I think it will help learners to find out their goals, because if their goal is not clear why they are learning this language, if they have strong goal, definitely they will put their efforts in towards learning this language. But if they have no, okay, my friend is learning, that's why I have to learn. That way they will not feel enthusiastic to learn this language. But if they find the strong goal, why I am learning this language, that way they will definitely learn this language, and they will put their efforts towards this language. So that's really good. that's a very great message you have given. Thank you for that and have a great day.
Thank you
Bye.
one more time giving this precious time for me. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.